Yo, what's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is JC, and I'm here with JC Gaming. Um, I was gonna do another video today, and I was gonna record. However, I'm sick. I had a video a couple days ago, and my son was sneezing in the background, and he was sick for the longest. And now, as you can probably hear, I'm sick. But I'm gonna do a different video today. I'm gonna do a kind of like a story time. And I'm going to talk about the time that I thought I was going to come into a large chunk of money. And I thought I was going to be essentially a millionaire, or the dream was sold to me that way. So I got to rewind all the way back to high school. I graduated high school in 2011, so you could probably kind of guess my age from there. But graduated high school 2011, went to college for a year and screwed up. And after college, after a year of college, I went and joined the Air Force. I've always wanted to join the military, but my plans were to become an officer after college and then join the military. So join the military, or join the Air Force rather. And I got stationed at good old Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska. For my military peeps out there, you probably know where that's at. For my non-military peeps, it's right outside of Omaha. It's a really nice location. And me, growing up in the South, I had no clue about, growing up in the Midwest or anything. So that was new to me. So yeah, after I got stationed in Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska, I was stationed there for a while. I was essentially a security guard for the base, so I kind of worked the gates. 12-hour shifts, long shifts, kind of sucked. And a lot of people, when I joined the military, or before I joined the military, they're like, "Hey, you don't want to do that job. Your ASVAB score, and that's the score that you take to join the military, so they can see what type of job you'd be good at." They're like, "Hey, your score is pretty good. Why don't you just, why don't you do something else?" But me being me, I wanted to leave as soon as possible. So there's that. So me and my wife, we actually got married right before I left after I got done with basic training. We got married. I met my wife in college, so we got married shortly after I finished basic training, and we went to live in Nebraska. And so there's this place, and I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. So you had to know a little bit of the background, but essentially, I hated my job. I hated my job in the military. It sucked. It was 12-hour shifts. It was hot outside all the time, or it was extremely cold, especially the winter months in Nebraska. So there's that. I hated my job. So me and my wife, we are going to, it's either this place called Gordman's. It was a Midwestern thing. It kind of reminded me of Burke's Outlet if you live in the South. But yeah, it was Gordman's, kind of like a department store. They had all kinds of stuff in there. And we're walking out, and this guy approaches us. He's like, "Hey, you look pretty fit. What do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm in the military. Just got here. I think, man, I might have been maybe 2 or 3 months in at this point. So I was still pretty fresh to the job, even though, I hated it. But he approached me. He's like, "Hey, you look pretty fit." And I was never a super jacked guy or super ripped or anything. I took care of myself, pretty well. I did. I started lifting weights right before I went to college. And then when I went to college, there was a gym there, so that made it even better. But yeah, so basically, this guy, he's like, "Hey, you look pretty ripped. You should, you know, oh, guys, I'm trying to see where we're at here." But anyways, he's like, "Hey, you should, become a part of my my company, my supplement team or whatever. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, it's you can sell supplements and do all this stuff, but he never really said what the company was. That's thing number two. All right. So I took down, or I got his no, I got his card, and he took down my number. I gave him my number, took his card. And he said, "Hey, we'll be in touch, or I'll be in touch." And I'm like, "Okay." And I think at this point, yeah, I think at this point we just talked. So fast forward a little bit. I'm constantly texting this guy, and I'm like, he's like, "Hey, I got some supplements you can try. If you want to be a part of this company, you might want to try everything first and see how it's gonna taste." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Free stuff, and I just joined the military, and I don't have a lot of money. That was perfect for me, man. Let me get away from these things. I can beat him down with a stick. Come on, guys. Ah, I'm on fire. Okay. Oh! Oh my gosh. Hold on. Now I gotta figure out how to get back up here. Alright. Continuing on with the story. So, anyways. Yeah, the guy, he hits me up. He's like, "Hey, you might want to try some of these supplements, especially if you're going to be selling them." And I'm like, "Why would I turn that down? That's free food." And, yeah, I thought I was going to start making a lot of money. So I got the supplements to try. And just to say the least, I met up with him. And basically, he's like, "Hey, these are the supplements I want you to try. Just try them out, see if you like them or not, and then let me know, and then we can get you started." And then, but with that being said, he's like, "Hey, if you're gonna be selling this stuff, you might want to get some of your friends on the team." So I'm like, "Okay." And I didn't really know that many people at this point. I mean, I knew a few, um, but for me, it was kind of hard to make friends because I had some friends that were what we call, they're single airmen. They don't want to be, they don't want to be around a married couple, which I get it. I get it. And then I had some friends, they were married, but their views were a little bit different than me and my wife's view. They were kind of going crazy, like to party, and I had gotten all that stuff out of the way when I was in college, so I was done with that. But anyways, so after getting the supplements to try, and then I tried to convince a few people, to join my team. I'm gonna be selling these supplements, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we get these supplements, and I can bring you something to try." And then it's a fitness team or a supplement team, or we'll make a lot of money. Anyways, that didn't happen. I didn't get anybody on the team. So, it's like at this point it's like, nothing is going right. I cannot, get people on this team. He's telling me, "Hey, we need to get more people." I'm like, "Okay, whatever, dude." So, fast forward again. We tried the getting people on my team thing. That didn't work. We fast forward to the time where, um, basically, to put it straightforward, they invited me to this conference, and a lot of people already know at this point. If you listen to the story this far, you already know where this is going. I got invited to this conference, and it was a Amway conference. He was like, "Hey, the company's called Amway. They sell a couple of other things, just not supplements. But your main focus will be supplements." I'm like, "Okay." And he says it works as, you get people under your team. He broke it down. This is how much money you can make. And if you get this many people on your team, you can make this much money. You can become like, I don't know, the status is like diamond or ruby and all this other crazy stuff. And he was like, "I retired." And the crazy part about it is, and why he preyed on me so hard is because he was actually in the military, and he was an officer, and he was like, "Yeah, I retired out of the military. This is how I retired myself, and I make so much more money." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Whoa, okay, this sounds pretty cool." But he was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to buy all of these supplements and all this stuff first in order to sell it, and then that's when you'll start making the money." So I'm like, "Hey, I gotta buy the stuff first in order to sell it. This kind of sucks, man." So yeah, that kind of what happened. I was like, "Yeah, I don't have a lot of money." I think I ended up buying a few of the supplements, and I kind of left it at that. I didn't really get anybody on my team, and yeah, eventually I got so busy with working 12-hour shifts, I kind of just cut the guy off. But he would constantly call, he would constantly text me, "Hey, what are you doing? We got this meeting on this day. We need you." I even added him on Facebook, and it was a lot. So eventually, I pretty much had to cut him off for good. Like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I don't have enough money for this, and yeah, we're gonna leave it at that." And yeah, eventually he left me alone. And then eventually, after all this happened, I learned that this was an MLM. So it was basically, multi-level marketing, and how they made their money is you get people on your team, and you know they're gonna pay for their supplements and their stuff, and then the money that they pay for their stuff with is gonna eventually circle around and come to you, and it's a big thing, man. So my biggest thing is, for everybody out there, and even if you're, especially the younger folks, like when I was younger, just stay away from those things. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true, just to be honest with you. I mean, I thought I was going to get out of my job. I thought I was going to retire. Me and my wife were going to be living on this yacht, and we're going to make all this money, and it was going to be great. And yeah, that didn't happen. So again, that's how I got scammed. A lot of people call it Scamway. I mean, it basically is a big scam. Is it, labeled as a scam company? No, not necessarily, because they do things the correct way in order for them to make money legally. But it is extremely hard to make money. And there's a lot of Reddit threads out there about, MLMs, especially like Amway. And then there are a few other ones. And just a quick side note, when I was in college, my roommate, he actually sold knives for Vector, or that some of them might be known as Cutco. But yeah, he tried to get me into that, and I wasn't really listening. I was I was trying to chase my wife down and do other things and try and be a good student. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this video right here. If you guys like the story time type of videos, let me know, and I'll do more of these. I got a lot of stories, especially being in the military. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Please like, subscribe, or comment and subscribe down below if you want more videos like this, or if you want more other gaming content, because I do gaming content, especially indie horror games. So yeah, if you like that type of stuff, just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. But until next time, everyone, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all.